All right, everybody, what is up? It's Thunder. Welcome back. We back here with another Micro MG Cheese Grater gameplay, son. This gun absolutely melts. Oh my goodness, get on, baby. So I've seen a lot of people tell me that this gun is not good. It's going to be the hardcore players, man. A lot of people are like, yo, man, why are you using the Micro? It's terrible. Bro, what are you talking about, man? This Micro absolutely shreds people. It's got to be the hardcore community that are telling me that this weapon is no good, man. I would love to see what my KD is ever since I got this Micro MG Cheese Grater, man. This thing just disintegrates people, and I was a little weak right there. Plus, that dude had a VMP, and yo, I feel bad for all the people that just picking up Black Ops 4, and they don't have a Micro or a VMP, and they're trying to use, like, the basic stock weapons against these cheese guns, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Black Ops 4 is like a game of the have and the have-nots, man. You either got the cheese or you don't got the cheese, man. You definitely want to be on the I got the cheese side, though. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, fellas, so I saw something. I'm a little bit late on this, man. You guys are going to have to forgive me, but, man, I mean, you know, the homeschooling with the kids and everything, bro, it's not easy, man. Shout out to all the parents out there that are homeschooling their badass kids during this whole Rona epidemic, man. Yo, I got a whole new respect for teachers out there, man. I cannot wait for the classrooms to reopen again so me and my wife could get our lives back, man. This homeschooling stuff is no joke, bro. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, man, so I saw this on Twitter, fellas. Check this out, man. Report Call of Duty 2020 still planned to launch this fall, and it is not a Black Ops reboot like many of us thought that it was going to be. Now, normally, like, yeah, why would they be announcing this? Of course, Call of Duty 2020 is coming out. Call of Duty is going to come out with a new game every year. Well, the reason people were a little skeptical that this might happen is because of the pandemic. And we're like, yo, how are they going to make a COD game from home, man? Like, I mean, how can you make a COD game without being in the studio? I mean, how are you going to do the motion cap? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? Imagine if COD 2020 is anything like Modern Warfare. Like, how are they going to do the motion cap, man? Maybe they're going to have guys come in to the studios, you know, one at a time. And, you know, the dudes will be sitting all the way in the back of the room just yelling out like, all right, Ronan, come here. Put the motion capture suit on. Okay, now duck walk from one side of the room to the other. Yep, there you go. Duck walk. Okay, turn around. Duck walk. Okay. Okay, now let's see you plant a couple of claymores. Put a few by the door. Alright, now plant a few claymores in the stairwell. Alright, very good. Okay, Ronan, next up. Alright, let's see you aim down sight out that window. And cut. That's a wrap. Alright, we're good for today. I mean, is that how how are you gonna do motion cap if you can't have people come into the studio? But it looks like a COD 2020 is gonna come out. And I'm excited for this for a few reasons. One is it's a Treyarch game. Okay, y'all know I play Treyarch games all day, every day. Treyarch just always makes playable COD games for me. I know a lot of people didn't like Black Ops 4, but man, check it out. You can move in this game, fellas. Look at all the running I'm doing. You can move. Any COD game where it's okay to move, where it caters to all play styles and not just one, because let's face it, man. Modern Warfare 2019, beautiful game, looks good, sounds good. It doesn't cater to all play styles. You can't knife in that game. You can't run around knifing in that game. You can't run around period in that game. The only play style Modern Warfare 2019 caters to is camping. I mean, let's be honest. It only caters to camping unless you're running around in the Battlefield game mode. And even people still camp in there. That Chris Kyle simulator, the Ground War, the Battlefield game mode, people camp in there too. So I like a COD game that caters to all play styles. And that's exactly what Treyarch usually does. Caters to all playstyles. So it looks like we're going to be getting a COD Vietnam, possibly, because a lot of us thought it was going to be a Black Ops 1 reboot. It looks like it's not going to be. The Vietnam era, dude, oh man. I mean, Call of Duty has gone into the future, into the past. We've had boots in space, boots on ground, boots on the wall, boots in the corner, boots in the building. We've had boots everywhere. It looks like now we're going to have boots in the jungle, man. COD Vietnam. Now, people might be wondering, how come Call of Duty's never done a Vietnam Call of Duty before? Like, the Vietnam War went on for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty big war. Like, How come they haven't done one before? Well, fellas, the Vietnam War was a pretty embarrassing war for the United States. A lot of people felt like we shouldn't even been there. As a matter of fact, if you go ahead and Google search, what wars has America lost? If you type that into Google, you will get this as a response. It looks like we fought to a draw with Great Britain in 1812, and we rage quit Vietnam. So these are the answers you will get. Officially, we have never actually lost, but this is what it says. At no point has the United States been forced to surrender to another nation. There are only two disputable wars that most people bring up. One, the War of 1812. Ooh, Call of Duty 1812, come on in. The U.S. officially declared a draw with Britain, although the White House was burned and the U.S. obliterated Britain in New Orleans. The United States and Britain eventually agreed to end the conflict rather evenly. Alright, so they fought a draw with Britain back in 1812. And the other war a lot of people think we lost is Vietnam. The U.S. spent over a decade pounding North Vietnam and her allies into the dirt. Although it came at the cost of 50,000 plus American soldiers, the North Vietnamese lost more military as you would expect. However, the U.S. never actually surrendered. By 1973, the U.S. withdrew from Vietnam. So they rage quit Vietnam, man, leaving the country of South Vietnam to continue on its own. Although North Vietnam would soon defeat South Vietnam, the U.S. withdrawal wasn't a surrender. Bullshit! That doesn't make any sense to me, man. If you leave, like, so if I rage quit a lobby, no, I didn't rage quit, man. I didn't lose the game. I just withdrew from the lobby. I'm gonna use that. I'm going to use that from now on. So whenever I'm in a lobby and some dark matter VMP prophet's greasy booty sweat is hopping and sliding and stim shot all over the place dookie on me, or some crossbow nerd is just insta-killing me every time I see him and I rage quit, I'm going to be like, nah. I didn't rage quit, man. I withdrew from the lobby. That's what I did. I withdrew from... I withdrew from the lobby. Like, people like, why was the United States even fighting in Vietnam? Anyway, fellas, we were there to stop the spread of microtransactions. What? Oh, no, wait a minute. No. We were there to stop the spread of communism, bro. That's what we were there for. We were there to stop the spread of communism, man. Now, you would think that, hey, man, the most advanced military in the world about to pub stomp a country full of rice farmers? Let's go. But, yo, Ho Chi Minh had his boys ready to go, man. Vietnam took it to us. Like, literally, not just the soldiers, but even the country, the jungles of Vietnam, man. The spawn protection them Viet Cong had from them jungles was no joke, son. We couldn't even see them. Over 2 million civilian casualties in the Vietnam War, man. Women and children. People didn't have nothing to do with military. So, just an awful, dark, embarrassing period for the United States. A lot of people think that the Vietnam War should have never happened. So that's why Call of Duty and Activision kind of been staying away from Vietnam. But it looks like now they got no place else to go. I mean, like I said, they've already been everywhere. Maybe the Cold War. Actually, the Cold War and the Vietnam era were pretty much going on at the same time, weren't they? Damn, I should have paid more attention in history class, man. All my history buffs in the comment section. Like, Cold War and Vietnam, I think were going on at like the same time. Stupid. Anyway, man, whatever. Listen, there's going to be a lot of jungle maps in the next COD. That's all I'm going to say, man. I mean, hopefully COD 2020 is nothing like Modern Warfare 2019. I mean, what you going to do? Vondahar's back. Now, is Vondahar going to be under orders from Activision to put doors and windows on these maps? You know, Vondahar sent back right now like, yo, how am I going to put a bunch of doors and windows in a jungle? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if COD 2020 comes out and there's doors and windows in the jungle everywhere? Oh my goodness, man. I know I say this every year, man, but this really is a make or break year for Call of Duty, man. COD 2020 has to be good. If it's not, especially with the rumors of Modern Warfare 2019 making a sequel for their next game, oh my goodness, fellas. If COD 2020 is a fail, I might have to re-download Fortnite or something, man. But anyway, it's time to play the mixtape. Ooh, straight fire, son. Ooh, that guy almost hit me with his shoddy 2 hottie class, the Mog Dragon's Breath. I survived it thanks to Flak Jacket. And ooh, mixtape straight fire, homie. I'm going Kim Jong-un on these dudes, man. Yeah, Kim Jong-un's uncle treatment. Come on in. I still can't believe that man took a flamethrower to his own uncle. What a savage. Anyway, fellas, so I got the strike team, the ballistic knife cheese. It's already over, man. It's already over. So are you guys looking forward to a COD Vietnam? I mean, at least it'll be something new instead of another reboot. So COD Vietnam on the next gen consoles, the next PS5 and the next Xbox, whatever it's being called. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm optimistic. It sounds good, but I'm just I'm a little curious to see how it's all going to shake out. I mean, I've never played a COD game that was developed, you know, at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, but who knows, man? I'm sure it won't be ready. I'm sure it won't be finished. But I don't think Activision cares. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be the sloppiest release ever. But, I mean, you got Treyarch, you got Sledgehammer Games, you got all these studios working on it from home. I don't know, fellas. The future is pretty uncertain. But we could just hope for the best. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
He's done.